You beautiful people. I wanted to remind you, instead of share with you that I usually say, about focusing on what is right instead of what is wrong. And this is something that this focusing on what is wrong is something that we fall into quite easily as a human race, but particularly if we are not feeling very well for a long time and have chronic illnesses and anxieties and depressions and things like that. So you'll probably find this yourself, and I know I did for a long time, that you start focusing on what is wrong and it becomes more and more difficult to focus on what is right, because it feels like there is less and less that is right in your reality, and probably even more so now that the world has gone crazy, or crazier. Um, so I just wanted to remind you to do your best to focus on what is right in your reality right now, and stop focusing on what is wrong. And every time you wake up, making almost tick lists of all your ailments still being there, and every time you go to do something, making lists of the reasons why it's going to be a problem doing it, and things like that, is to really come back to focusing on what is right in this moment right now. So that could be that you have a roof over your head. That could be that you have windows. That could be your animals. That could be your children. That could be that you have pen and paper. That you have your breath. That you have that you can smile at some stupid meme online. That you have internet. That you have hot running water, that you have a loving parent, even though maybe the whole rest of your family are nuts. Really, it's really important to focus on the things that are right, and particularly in the body as well. So maybe that your body is exhausted and in pain, but you've got eyes to see, ears to hear, nose to smell, that kind of thing, and really starting to list those things. And it's good to keep a gratitude journal like that and write the things you're grateful for at the end of the day before you go to sleep, so that you go to sleep in a more grateful and more peaceful mood than one of, oh, it was another shit day and my body hurt and nothing happened and nobody loves me and that kind of thing, because it doesn't help. And in fact, it actually makes whatever you're struggling with so much worse, because you fuel it with those thoughts. You're fueling the very things you don't want by thinking about them all the time. You're triggering your nervous system. You're upsetting the adrenals. You are wasting valuable resources and energy on focusing on the things that are wrong instead of the things that are right. And it doesn't matter if the things that are right are tiny. If it's that, I don't know, your feet are not hurting today, or it's just you have a cozy duvet over you or something like that. And the more time you focus on what is right, the more right things you'll find to focus on. And slowly but surely you will stop feeding and fueling the very things that you don't want in your life and in your reality. And that is the case in this crazy ass world at the moment as well. What can you find in this craziness that is right, rather than keep focusing on what is wrong? And it seems so simple, this thing, but it does take practice, and you've been doing it a different way for your whole life. So it takes practice, and you might want to set reminders or post-it notes, or get your loved ones to remind you of doing this, because it's a quick snap out of fueling all this negativity, to suddenly go, I'm doing that, I'm creating this reality, and if I'm not creating it, then I am certainly making it much worse. So if you can all of a sudden go from, oh, my body, my pain, my energy, my shit this, shit that, whatever it is, and go to, I have running water, I have a dog, looking down at the dog now, that may be stinky because he's rolled in something, but I have a dog, you know, that kind of thing. And it makes such a big difference. And the more you do that, the more you stop fueling this nervous system response. And even any moments, even if it's just fleeting, that you're not doing that, you are helping your mental and physical health and happiness. So this is a reminder. Please do something about this. Don't just watch this video and then nod and think, oh, I'm doing that. Please do something about this and set that reminder in your phone to go off every few hours or something, or stick a post-it note up, or ask your family or friends, send them a message to just send you a reminder occasionally about it. Whatever it takes, start to make the change, start to focus on what is right. And I'm not saying this is going to magically cure you of all your ailments and illnesses and whatever else all of a sudden, but it is certainly going to stop you from making them worse with your thoughts and bring you back into a much more peaceful and grateful reality instead. Because there are things, even when you are in the pits of despair, totally hysterical on the bathroom floor, can't manage life anymore, I've been there, that's why I can describe it. Even with all that shittiness, there is something that is right there. You have a bathroom floor, you know, for instance. So please do something about it from this video, and really help yourself to stop fueling the things that you don't want in your life and focus on the things that you really do want to flourish instead. So that's from me, and a far too sunny Portugal. Not that I'm complaining, that's why I'm inside. And if you have any questions or queries, you know where I am. And I should probably mention the Freedom Movement if you would like to have to join us for live sessions every week where we discuss things like this and various other wonderful offerings through the Freedom Movement, which you can find the link for below. And it's free to join for a month, and you can leave at any time you wish. Ciao for now.